Hi, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, you're welcome. Here we do crochet tutorials. I'll be so happy if you click that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification button for future videos. So about a month and a half ago, I posted a video on how to crochet a kid's cardigan, and I got asked how many chains you should do for an adult version. So in this video, I'm going to provide you with all the other sizes, and what you'll need is you need your yarn. I'm using a lightweight yarn, size 3. It recommends a 3mm hook. You'll need a tape measure. You'll need your pair of scissors and then your crochet hook. Of course, if you need reference, you can check out the first video I put out because it's just the same. The only difference is the size. So without any further ado, let's get started. I'll be putting the sizes up on the screen somewhere, so you should be able to follow along. Let's begin by making a chain of 120. So once you have your 120 chains, you're going to add one more chain. So into the second chain from stitch, you go in with a single crochet, and then you're going to single crochet into each and every stitch across. At the end of the row, you should have 120 stitches. I went ahead and I marked where my corners are going to be. So this is what I did. So this is your cardigan, this is the back, and this is the front, and these are the shoulders. So at the shoulders you'll have 24 stitches, 36 stitches at the back, 18 stitches on one side of the front, and 18 stitches on the other side. So I counted 18 stitches and I marked the 18th stitch. I counted 24 stitches, I marked the 24th stitch, and then I counted 36 stitches, I marked the 36th stitch. I did the same here. I counted 24 and I marked the 24th stitch, and then the remaining stitches should be 18. Okay, so let's begin on our half double crochet row. You're going to chain 2. This is and turn your work. So into that very first stitch, you go in with 1 half double crochet, and then half double crochet into each stitch until your first stitch marker. Okay, so I'm arriving at the stitch marker. I'm going to take it out. I'll place in 3 half double crochets into that stitch. That's 1, 2. I'll mark that second stitch because it's going to be our middle stitch, and 3. So I placed 3 half double crochets into that stitch where the stitch marker was in. Then I'm going to continue making half double crochets all the way to the next stitch marker. So I've arrived at the next stitch marker. I'm going to take it out, and into that stitch you place 3 half double crochets all in the same stitch. 1, 2, mark that second stitch, and 3. Continue doing that into the next stitch, half double crochet all the way to the next stitch marker, and place 3 half double crochets into that stitch, and I will meet you back up at the end of the row. So I'm coming to the end of my row. I have 2 stitches left. I'll place my half double crochet even to that last stitch, chain 2. So into the stitch markers we go in with 3 half double crochets because these are our corners. So for the next row you chain 2 and turn your work into that very first stitch. You go in with 1 half double crochet, and then you place 1 half double crochet all the way to the first stitch marker. I'm arriving the stitch marker. I'll take it out and place 3 half double crochets into that stitch. 1, 2, make sure to mark the second one because it's going to be your middle stitch, and then 3. And then you're going to continue placing half double crochets up until the next stitch marker. You'll place 3 half double crochets into that stitch marker, marking your second stitch, and then you continue with half double crochets all the way to the end. So I'm going to keep working off camera. If you guys haven't watched yet, please check out the first video I did. It has all the instructions you need in that video. So I'll be back once I have a few rows, and I'll let you know how much you need to make or how many rows you need to make to get your desired length before you split the armpits. Alright, so I'm back. I made around 20 rows of half double crochets and I have 8 inches. If you want a loose fit, you should make from 8 to 10 inches, and if you want a tight fit, you should go for 8 inches or less, but depending on the size that you're making. Alright, now so we are going to work our next row, but we're going to work to the next corner because we are going to split the armpit. Okay, so for our next row I already chained 2, so I'll turn my work. I forgot to mention something. The chain 2 that we make actually does not count as a stitch. That's why we have double crochet into that very first stitch. So now you're going to have double crochet into that first stitch, into that very first stitch, and you'll have double crochet all the way to the first corner. Half double crochet in each stitch up to the first corner, and I'll show you what we will do next once we reach there. I'm arriving the first corner and I'm going to take out the stitch marker, and into that stitch you're just going to go in with 1 half double crochet. Normally we would go in with 3 half double crochet since it was a corner, but we're going to split the underarm now, so we only need 1 half double crochet there. After the 1 half double crochet into that corner stitch, you'll make a chain of 12. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 and 12. So you're going to skip all these other stitches in the middle and yarn over. You're going to take out that stitch marker in the second corner, and you go in with 1 half double crochet. And then you're going to continue placing 1 half double crochet into each of the stitches up until the next corner. Okay, so half double crochet all the way to the next corner, and I'll get back once I arrive there. How I got the 12 chains, I divided the 24 stitches that were at the shoulders. I divided them by 2, so I got 12. That's how we came about the underarm stitches. So I've arrived my next corner, and I'm going to place 1 half double crochet. I will place 1 half double crochet into that corner, and then I'll chain 12. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10 11 12. Then I'll skip all the other stitches, and I'll make half double crochet into the next corner. Then you're going to continue making half double crochets all the way to the end of the row. So at the end of the row, I'm going to make my last half double crochet, chain 2, and turn your work. So for this next row, we're just going to go back and forth with half double crochets, chaining 2 at the end of each row until we have the length of the cardigan that we need. You may want your cardigan shorter or longer, that's all up to you, but that's what we are going to do. So make half double crochet in each and every stitch until you arrive until you arrive the 12 chains. So I've arrived at 12 chains, and each stitch is going to get 1/2 double crochet. That means in total you should have 12 half double crochets in the chain stitches. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Then you just continue with half double crochets all the way to the next chain stitches, the next 12 chain stitch, and then you place in 1/2 double crochet into each all the way to the end of your row, and I'll meet you back up once we have all the stitches. So I'm at the next chain stitch, and I'm going to go in with 1/2 double crochet into each stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then you continue with half double crochets into the rest of the stitches all the way to the end of your row. At the end of the row, you make your half double crochet the last stitch, chain 2, and turn your work. So from this point on, you're just going to go with half double crochets all the way to the end of the row, chain 2, turn your work, and come back to the end of the other row until you have the length of the cardigan that you need. So I'll be back once I have the length that I want, and then from there we can start on the sleeves. So here we are. I made a total of 21 inches. Yeah, that's right, I made a total of 21 inches for my cardigan, and now I'm going to work on the ribbing. Now I'm going to chain 1 and I'll turn my work. So for this row, you're going to place 1 single crochet into each and every stitch all the way to the end of the row. So this row is just going to have single crochets. Do that and I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I just finished my last single crochet. I'm going to chain 2 and I'll turn my work. So the next row is going to be a row of double crochets. So double crochet into the first stitch and then double crochet into each and every stitch across.
So go ahead and make your double crochets. I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I'm coming to the end of the row and place my last double crochet. I'll chain 2. I'm going to turn my work. Now we are going to begin on the front post and back post double crochet. So I'll double crochet into that first double crochet. Since the chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, and then I'll do a front post double crochet into the next, back post double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet, and you're going to alternate between the front post and back post double crochet all the way to the end of the row. So keep doing that and I'll meet you at the end of the row. So at the end of the row, I'll make my last double crochet into that last stitch, chain 2, turn your work, and into the first stitch, since the chain 2 doesn't count as a double crochet, you're going to go in with 1 double crochet. So since this is a back post double crochet, the next stitch, you'll go in with a back post double crochet. In the next stitch, it's a front post double crochet. You go in with a front post double crochet. So back post double crochet, front post double crochet, back post double crochet, front post double crochet. And you're going to repeat that to the end of the row. You chain 2, turn your work, and continue doing the back post and the front post double crochet until you have the length of the ribbing that you want. So as for me, I think I'll make about 6 rows or 5 rows. I don't know, I'll see. So it all depends on you, how long you want it or how short you want it. So I'll see you back once you're done with your ribbing. So for the sleeve, I marked the middle of my underarm. That's where I'm going to begin the row from. So I'll take out the slip stitch if you also marked your own. I will insert my yarn. I'll slip stitch. Yarn over. Make a very fast double crochet. So I like to hide the yarn underneath so I can work over it. So
mark your that half double crochet. Now you're going to make half double crochet into each of the stitches all the way to the corner here. So I'll show you what to do once we reach the corner. So half double crochet, so at the corner, if you guys can see very well, there is a stitch. There's that middle stitch, there's middle space here, and there's one stitch right next to where you have double crochets. So you're going to have double crochet 3 stitches together. Insert your hook into that first one, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert it into that middle stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, insert it into the last corner there, yarn over and pull through all the stitches on your hook and through the loops. So now you're just going to continue making half double crochet all around by crocheting the 3 together. We just closed up that corner. So make 1 half double crochet into each stitch all around until you reach the next corner. So when you reach here, I'll show you guys what to do. So I've arrived the next corner. We have to crochet 3 together. So I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the first half double crochet, pull through, yarn over, insert it into that middle stitch, pull through, yarn over, insert it into the last stitch, pull through, and you're going to pull through all the loops on your hook. Then you're going to make half double crochet in the rest of the stitches to the end. So you'll be having a few stitches left. I made half double crochet into the last stitch, so I'm going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet we made. So take out that stitch marker and slip stitch. So what I like to do is I'm going to place this stitch marker to our first row we have made, so that later when you're counting how many rows you're making for your sleeve, you won't be lost. You'll know where to begin counting from. So I'm going to chain 2. I'll turn my work. Yarn over and half double crochet into the next stitch over here. Half double crochet, half double crochet into the next stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch, even into that stitch, the corner stitch where you made the 3 together, you half double crochet, and you just place half double crochet all the way around until we arrive your first to the end. We shall meet up right here when you come back. So at the end of the row, you slip stitch on top of the chain 2, chain 2, and turn your work.
So from this point on, you're just going to half double crochet in each and every stitch, chaining 2 at the beginning of each row and turning your work. So you'll make your sleeve to your liking. You may like it short or long, that's all up to you. But when I'm back, I'll show you guys how long I made it. This is the other sleeve that I already made. So you guys go ahead and make it. When you're done making it, we'll come back and then make the ribbing. I got done with my cardigan. Unfortunately, I lost the last footage. I accidentally deleted it and I couldn't retrieve it. But anyway, I made ribbing on the sleeves, and then I made ribbing and added buttons as well here. So how I made the ribbing along here is after finishing the ribbing on the bottom, I went up with single crochets all the way to the neck and around, and then I chained 1 and I chained 2, sorry, and then made double crochets and then started with front post and back post double crochet. Thank you guys for sticking around. See you again in the next video.